Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday. It is Friday, and we're still in, Women in History Month. And so, we're going to continue to promote women history. Today, we want to focus on Elaine Ochoa. Elaine Ochoa is our focus for today. Uh, she has a lot of history, and we got a little short video that we want to show you on Elaine, and just keep this history going. It's very important that we acknowledge this history. Some will be from years gone by, way in the past. Some will be more recent. Some will be focused on Black women, Hispanic women. So all ethnic groups will be featured during the presentation. We're going to always focus on all of the women that have had a major effect on our history, and in some cases has never been recognized in the history books. So that's the purpose of this month. JNet Enterprise will be focusing on the women who have made an impact on the United States of America and around the world. As you know, JNet Enterprise provide multiple services, everything from funeral services, healthcare, life insurance, and wellness products as well. I also do presentations. Because of the pandemic, we were forced to do that from a Zoom. So if you're in an educational position, classroom, learning from home, and you like for me to do a history, my history mainly focus on African American history from 1775 to 1951, all branches of service. Presentation is about 45 minutes long. So any school out there that would like for me to do that, there's no charge for that. Something that I want to do because how it impacted me in my life. So with that being said, let's get into Elaine Ochoa.
When Ellen Ochoa was growing up in Southern California, she was fascinated by the Apollo astronauts as they launched to the moon. She saw Neil Armstrong and others that walked on the lunar surface as heroes, but for her, being an astronaut wasn't an option. Back then, women weren't selected to go into space. A native of La Mesa, California, her interests focused on science and engineering. While at San Diego State University, Ochoa majored in physics and excelled, earning highest honors, graduating Phi Beta Kappa. She went on to earn master's and doctorate degrees in electrical engineering at Stanford University. While she was in college, Ochoa learned NASA had selected a diverse class of 35 new astronauts, pilots, engineers, scientists, and doctors, and for the first time, women and minorities were included. While working on her graduate degrees, Ochoa applied for the astronaut program. She was chosen to be part of the astronaut class selected in January 1990. Ochoa saw being an astronaut as a great way to combine her interests in research and engineering with space exploration. Her first space shuttle mission was STS-56 in April 1993, and she became the first Hispanic woman to fly in space.
We have ignition. We have liftoff of Discovery on the second mission to Planet Earth research flight.
During the 9-day mission, Ochoa used the shuttle's robotic arm to deploy and capture a satellite that studied the solar corona. The following year, the STS-66 crew of Atlantis lifted off with Ochoa serving as payload commander.
Booster ignition and liftoff of Atlantis on a mission to study planet Earth.
Roll program, Houston. Roger, roll, Atlantis.
Ochoa again used her expertise operating the shuttle's robotic arm to carefully deploy and retrieve a science satellite.
And liftoff of Space Shuttle Discovery, the first mission to dock with the orbiting International Space Station. And the vehicle has cleared the tower.
Houston Discovery, roll program.
Roger, roll, Discovery.
For 10 days in 1999, the STS-96 crew of Discovery delivered 4 tons of logistics and supplies in preparation for the first crew to live on the International Space Station. Ochoa coordinated the transfer of supplies and also operated the robotic arm, assisting with an 8-hour spacewalk.
3, 2, 1. We have booster ignition and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Atlantis, setting in place the keystone to the space station's backbone.
On her final mission, STS-110 in 2002, Ochoa and the crew of Atlantis delivered and installed a backbone truss on the space station. Later in 2002, Ochoa moved into management, serving as Deputy Director of Flight Crew Operations, and 5 years later, Deputy Director of NASA's Johnson Space Center. On January 1, 2013, Ochoa was named Director of Johnson, overseeing the agency's human spaceflight programs at the Texas Space Center. Dr. Ellen Ochoa's accomplishments as a successful engineer, astronaut, and leader with NASA embodies what it means to be a member of the United States Astronaut Hall of Fame.
Ellen Ochoa. Ellen Ochoa, and I want to make a correction. I was saying Elaine, and our correction is Ellen Ochoa. And that is your Women in History moment. As you can see, she was a very powerful woman who was the first Hispanic to as an astronaut. And again, this is something that we will be doing throughout the month. It will be at least 2 to 3 women being focused each week. At least 2 to 3 will be focused each week. Now, how we pay the bills here is through our services, JNet Enterprise. We are able to deliver anywhere from the United States. Let's just simplify it. Anywhere in the Americas, excluding Canada. That means from the top of the United States to the bottom of the Americas. That includes North, South, and Central. And then you have your Caribbeans countries as well. We can service those as well. So we have a broad footprint, and we will be adding additional countries. Canada and possibly Europe will be in place before the end of 2021. But this is a way that you can protect your family, cut down on the expense of the funeral when we all know it's going to happen. It's a very simple program that we have. We cover up to 7 people. It's either going to be $50 if you're in one of the 6 low-cost states, or $75 to cover 7 people. So it's either 50 or 75 to cover 7 people. If you go with the full annual rate, you're looking at $600 for those 6 low-cost states, or $900 for those other 45 states to include the Virgin Islands. We will be doing another live event later today promoting this. If you want to log in and catch the full presentation on how Assure for Life can protect you and your family. And I'm especially doing a shout out to all of my two-wheel friends. Come on, guys, it's time for us to stop doing GoFundMe. You can get with 7 of your riding buddies and divide that. If the majority of them are in the 6 states, then those 7 is only $600. We're going to give you $100 discount because you pay the full year fee. If it's in the 75, that's 900. You get 150 off. So it's really affordable for a group of riders to protect themselves for the full year for less than $10, whichever plan you have. It's just that simple, guys. We have got to do better so that when that time comes, because every time we as riders try to do a ride to benefit the person who didn't have coverage, 9 times out of 10, something happens on that ride that is a cost as well. So somebody goes down, so there's somebody get killed, and they were riding to support the family of the person who went down. We got to change our ways, guys. We got to change our ways. Clubs, you can have your business manager manage it, but this is something that I'm very passionate about. I want to see our community do things more responsible. If we want to get out there, and what, now I ride a wing, okay, so I'm not doing the wheelies and all that, but I still can go down. But for my sports bike riders, come on, It don't take but one little thing to happen when you're doing what you're doing and you enjoy doing it. So don't stop, but let's be more responsible about it. So enough about that. The other thing I'd like to let you know is that if you're in the state of Florida or Georgia, that's where I'm licensed at. And for the most part, I probably could save you 43% on your health care. It is a tremendous program. It's recognized in all major hospitals, so don't worry about not being able to be covered. That is not an issue. If you're here in, I mean, you're talking about the top hospitals here in Jacksonville. So you're not going to lose. Now, there's no deductible and no copay, and all you got to do is reach out to me. We can go in more detail, give you a quote. The quote does not cost you to do anything. It's just a quote to give you an example of what you could be paying. You do not have to wait to enrollment period. You do not have to wait for the enrollment period with this plan. So if you want more information, feel free to reach out to me. You can inbox me on Facebook, or you can go to my website, www.joetillman, that's a O, not a A.com, joetillman.com, or give me a call 904-944-7449. Excuse me, 7, start over again, 904-744-7496. And we appreciate you this morning. I hope you enjoyed the information on Ellen um, Ochoa, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. All right. All of you going down the back week, ride safe, and maybe we'll throw hands up passing each other at some point. Much love. JNet Enterprise. We'll see you next week. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.